This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start. Hello everybody, and welcome back to what is another video. It's been a quiet enough month really. In January we've got another 3 or 4 horses on side on the video. I'll put a link to the playlist up at the end of this video. But what we're going to do now is we're going to take a look at a quick review of the key races of the month featuring horses that I've already identified on the YouTube channel. But before I do that, I will always mention Rep CIC Racing 2020.great/site.net. Plenty of national hunt horses on there, not many novice hurdlers, but the best place for them is the YouTube channel. But older horses, go and fill your boots. There's some very nice horses on there. Right, the 2 races we're going to take a look at are the Grade 1 at Naas, the Lawler of Naas Novice Hurdle, and the Grade 2 Moscow Flyer Novice Hurdle at Punchestown. We're going to start at Naas. It was meant to take place on a Sunday, the race, but unfortunately it was fogged off. More of that later, because that was still an eventful day for the horses on the YouTube channel. I had 2 runners on the YouTube channel in the Grade 1. They were Il Atlantique, who had won his hurdle debut, and Lecky Watson, who had also won first time out and was then placed in a group race on his next start. So we'll take a look at that race first, I think. And then we will take a look at the Moscow Flyer race, where I only had 1 runner in that race, and that was Mystical Power, the horse currently before the race unbeaten over hurdles. So I will end this segment now, and then we will have a look at these 2 races, and I'll be back shortly with my thoughts.
And that off in the Grade 1 Lawlers of Naas Novice Hurdle. It's over 2.5 miles, fielding 7 runners. It is the stable companions Chapeau de Soleil, Lecky Watson, and between them Il Atlantique. They're attended by Croke Park, and the red cap is Firefox. Right with the leaders is Untubber. Towards the rear is Reed and Tommy Wrong, as they make tracks to the second flying. Disputing it early on, Chapeau de Soleil, Il Atlantique, close up both Croke Park and Untubber. Firefox takes an early lead. Far from flown, Chapeau de Soleil came out of that second flight 3 positions worse off, as Il Atlantique is the leader heading for flight number 3 from Croke Park and Untubber. Chapeau de Soleil hit that very hard. Did well to get away with that mistake, Chapeau de Soleil, and is now near to the bag as they turn in to their final 2 miles. Il Atlantique by 3 parts of a length to Croke Park, already a graded winner over flights. Firefox into 3rd, and then Untubber. Lecky Watson is 2 behind Reed and Tommy Wrong and Chapeau de Soleil. Straightening on up for flights 4 and 5, taken in the home straight. Il Atlantique and Paul Townend make the running from Croke Park and Sam Ewing, followed by stable companion Firefox, who landed 3rd, Jack Kennedy, then Untubber, Rachel Blackmore. Keen going on the outside is Lecky Watson and Danny Mullins, and then Reed and Tommy Wrong, Daryl Jacob with the back marker of a tightly group field, Chapeau de Soleil and Patrick Mullins. Climbing uphill to the winning post, with well over a circuit to go, and it's Il Atlantique in front by length to Croke Park. Close up in 3rd is Firefox, and then Untubber, Lecky Watson. Reed and Tommy Wrong has shifted on 2.5 in front of the back marker, Chapeau de Soleil. A circuit to go, another 6 flights left to jump as they race the end of their first mile. Il Atlantique by a length and a half to Croke Park. A slender second from Firefox. And then Untubber, racing together Lecky Watson and Reed and Tommy Wrong with Chapeau de Soleil in rear of the 7. 1.5 miles to go. Heading to the next flight past the stands is Il Atlantique, followed by Croke Park. Firefox close up in 3rd, and then Untubber, just shading the 4th from Lecky Watson, then Reed and Tommy Wrong and Chapeau de Soleil as they race towards the halfway stage. Il Atlantique bowling along a length and a half in front of Croke Park, just second from Firefox. Racing together, Lecky Watson and on top of it, and then reading Tommy Wrong, and a couple of lengths to Chapeau de Soleil. Heading inside the halfway stage as they make the next turn towards the flight, bringing them to the far point of the track. And it's Ile Atlantique, followed by Croke Park and Far Fox, the two favourites, 1 and 3 currently. And then on the outside, Lecky Watson, followed by Untubber, Reading Tommy Wrong, and Chapeau de Soleil. Heading towards the final 7 furlongs with 4 flights left to jump in the Grade 1 Lauders of Nace Novice Hurdle of €100,000. Ile Atlantique, Paul Townend upholding a 1-length advantage over Croke Park and Sam Ewing. Third is Far Fox and Jack Kennedy. Little between Untubber and Lecky Watson for the 4th place, and then Reading Tommy Wrong and Chapeau de Soleil. They've a circuit under their belts. They've 4 left to jump, 3/4 of a mile to go. Ile Atlantique in the blue and white jacket, followed by Croke Park and Far Fox. Little mistake by Ile Atlantique there at that 4th last flight, but continues to go along in the lead from Croke Park and Far Fox, then Lecky Watson just up into 4th from Untubber and Reading Tommy Wrong and Chapeau de Soleil. Much better at that was Ile Atlantique, and extended the advantage to a couple of lengths. Pushed and shoved along Croke Park on the outside of Far Fox, who makes a move in between the two leaders, then Lecky Watson. Right with them is Reading Tommy Wrong. Untubber now being wound up as they leave behind Chapeau de Soleil. Turning in with 2 flights left to jump, 3 furlongs to go. Ile Atlantique from Far Fox, 1 from the outside, and then comes Reading Tommy Wrong, being followed then by Lecky Watson at the second last. Ile Atlantique up and over by 2 lengths to Far Fox. Lecky Watson, Reading Tommy Wrong, gone on from a fading Croke Park, then Untubber and Chapeau de Soleil. They head for the final flight. Ile Atlantique challenged by stable companion Reading Tommy Wrong, who knocked the hurdle flat as the stable companions come up the hill. 200 yards to go. Racing on from Lecky Watson and then Far Fox. It's Ile Atlantique and Reading Tommy Wrong, who's not done with on the outside. They got less than 100 yards to go. Ile Atlantique, Reading Tommy Wrong is going to line the Lauders of Nace Grade 1 Novice. Reading Tommy Wrong has got up to be Ile Atlantique. Lecky Watson in 3rd, Far Fox in 4th. A 1, 2, 3 for Willie Mullins. Tape released and away they go. In the feature, the Grade 2 Skybet Moscow Flower Novice Hurdle is Gigaro just leading Lumbron, followed by James's Gate, dropped in Mystical Power, short favourite to remain unbeaten as they turn towards the first flight. Just in the lead is Gigaro from Lumbron, James's Gate, fractional 3rd on the outside of Mystical Power as they link up with their first flight. Not much between Gigaro and Lumbron, a couple of lengths in front of James's Gate and Mystical Power as they round the bend that takes them on to flights 2 and 3 in the home straight. Matching strides, Gigaro, Jack Kennedy and Lumbron, Paul Townend, length and a half in front of the other pair, James's Gate, JJ Slevin, Mystical Power, Mark Walsh. Flight number 2, over together, Gigaro. Novice in last was Mystical Power, but it was okay. Gigaro and Lumbron, followed by James's Gate and Mystical Power as they race on to flight number 3. They're covered by less than 3 lengths. Lumbron, the red and white jacket on the outside of Gigaro. James's Gate and Mystical Power, the final couple. At the 3rd, landing just in the lead over that one, Lumbron from Gigaro, James's Gate and Mystical Power. A circuit in front of them. Good run before they reach flight number 4. And edging on by length is Lumbron. Has headed Gigaro, James's Gate 3rd. A little Keen and Mystical Power in rear of the quartet. Downhill to flight number 4. Lumbron the leader. From Gigaro, James's Gate and Mystical Power. As they continue downhill to the 4th flight, bringing them into the back straight. It's Lumbron in front from Gigaro, James's Gate and Mystical Power. Continuing downhill towards the back straight. Lumbron and Paul Townend gone on by 2 lengths to Gigaro, Jack Kennedy. On the outside is James's Gate and JJ Slevin. Just the back markers, Mystical Power and Mark Walsh as they swing a right to head down the far side to the first of 2. Another 5 left to jump. It's Lumbron by lengths to Gigaro. Another length back to James's Gate, disputing third place with Mystical Power. Heading for the halfway stage and the first of 2 in the back straight. Lumbron put down there, emerged with the lead of a neck over Gigaro. James's Gate closes right up on the outside. And watching things on from the back of the field is Mystical Power. The flight, the end of the back straight. Lumbron from Gigaro, James's Gate, and finally Mystical Power. At the completion of a circuit with just over 5 furlongs to go and 3 flights to jump, it's all to play for. It is Lumbron rejoined by Gigaro. 2 out from the rail is James's Gate. 4th of the 4 is Mystical Power. 3 left to jump. Lumbron marginally in front from Gigaro, James's Gate, and Mystical Power. 3 to jump. It's almost a wave of 3. On the inside is Lumbron. In between horses, Gigaro, and wide of them is James's Gate, Mystical Power. Just shaken up, last of the 4 with 2 to jump. Lumbron, Gigaro together from James's Gate and Mystical Power. Heading for the home turn with 1 flight left and a good run to the final flight. It is Gigaro just back in front, 1 from the rail. From Lumbron, James's Gate, Mystical Power, right on their heels as they turn in 1 flight to jump. And the Grade 2 Sky Bet Moscow Flower Novice Hurdle, it's Gigaro wrestling back the lead. Here comes Mystical Power on the outside. Lumbron falls away, leaving behind James's Gate. And as they come down to the final flight, from last to first comes Mystical Power and Mark Walsh. They've taken Gigaro, readily gone away from the other pair, and it's Mystical Power really racing to the final flight. Mystical Power over the last from Gigaro, who was low. They're well clear from Lumbron and James's Gate. It is Mystical Power taking the Sky Bet Moscow Flower Novice by storm. In second place is Gigaro, a long way clear of James's Gate, who'll win the 3rd place. From Lumbron, last of the 4, Mystical Power seals a cracking double in the Sky Bet features for Mark Walsh and JP McManus, the winner trained by Willie Mullen.
Hello, welcome back. Yes, 2 very interesting races there. I'm sure you will agree. We'll start with the Nace race. Very unlucky there, I thought, Il Atlantique. His stamina just tied up at the end, and I think this really confirmed this 2.5 miles. I think the horse is a 2-miler. You know, I always had him down as more of a supreme novice hurdle horse rather than a Ballymore horse, that's for certain. Lecky Watson, well, again, a good solid placed effort, this time at Grade 1 company, although, to be fair to the horse, he was beaten by 7 lengths on the day. But he did have some very, at the time before the race, very promising horses behind him. And I think Lecky Watson, well, to me, the opposite, really. I think this horse would benefit from a step-upping trip, and I'm hoping that he could possibly be an Albert Bartlett horse. Am I right to pass on the winner, reading Tommy wrong, a horse that won well? Time will tell. It did stay on well. I always got the feeling it was getting to Il Atlantique in the closing stages. It was horrible to watch, really, for the purpose of my horse. But I thought Il Atlantique lost nothing in defeat, really. And I think if they were to drop him back to 2 miles, I think he could be in business. Well, either way, I think what the UK's biggest gambler could have is a superb novice chaser. I mean, time will tell how good that horse is over fences if they decided to go down that route after this season. The 2 horses themselves, you'll see Il Atlantique improved nicely there from 133 to 146. He's starting to show now that he never really got to the bottom of him. Over bumpers, never ran in a graded bumper race. That was actually his first run in a graded race. So to finish second in a Group 1 on his first start in a graded race, you can say the horse has ran well. Lecky Watson, slow and steady improver, it's fair to say. He's now just got to his National Hunt flat mark, which I'll be disappointed if he didn't beat that by a good 20. Most of them do, if I'm honest. But you'll see that he's still a solid horse. Group 2 and Group 1 placed winner now. But I do think the horse now could be ready for a step-upping trip to a 3 miles. You'll see there he won his debut over 2 miles 7. They've dropped him down in trip. He's run 2 solid races. But I think now it's time to see what the boy can do. Over 3 miles. I must admit, he doesn't won very many races, has he? 1 out of 8. Yeah, needs to get some wins in the win column. Over at Punchestown, wow. I mean, this horse had only really ran in summer hurdles. But it's out of any power, and people that watch this video, I'm hoping, will probably know how good that filly was. And it's sired by Galileo. Despite jumping like a complete animal, thought the horse careered away at the end, didn't it? And won fairly well. What the horse beat, I've got no idea really. I don't think it really beat a lot on the day. But the Racing Post rating gave it a rating of 144. And to be fair to the horse is absolutely improving very quickly. You'll see that it ran in May and July, improved 13 that day, and it's improved from 126 to 144, an improvement of 18 on its third run. I mean, is it a 150 rated hurdler on its next start? And if it is, that will be good enough probably to get very involved in these big Grade 1 novice hurdles coming up in the second half of the National Hunt season. Very interesting horse, but I can't see how the horse doesn't have to improve its jumping on what we saw there, to be honest. I touched on that foggy meeting at Naas that was called off. One of our horses was struggling in there, the one on the YouTube video, Night and Day, the one that is related to Super Sunday, trained by Willie Mullins. But then it came out and beat a Group 1 winning hurdler by 10 lengths on its second chase start. You'll see the horse there was well exposed over listed hurdles and group hurdles. It then was only 5th on its on its chase debut, running to less than 100. But the horse has bounced back in spectacular style, really, comparatively, running to a mark of 141. I'm not going to show you the race. It's foggy. It's just them going round in the fog. You know, it's unfortunate on the day, but we're not going to be able to show that race. But as a result, I've moved Night and Day back up to a bit to on the verge of being booted off without being booted off. You know, because you've got there's loads of mares chases. You know, I'm just hoping that she can make her mark at pattern level on her next start. But another defeat, and she could be back down again because she'd have been exposed on pattern company then in both novice hurdles and novice chases, which could be difficult to come back from, in my experience. But a couple of interesting races there. I'm sure you'll agree. But that's all we've got for you. I'm gonna wrap this video up now. Heading now into the week which ends in the Dublin Racing Festival, and then we're heading into March and April. Cheltenham Festival, Easter Festival at Fairy House, and then you've got the Grand National and Punchestown. Still plenty of top class National Hunt racing to come. What I will do now is I've realised now that I need to put up 3 playlists in National Hunt videos because I've got the horses and the reviews in 2 different playlists. So I will put both a link up to them up at the end of this video. And I will also give everybody an opportunity to subscribe to the channel. For those who haven't, plenty of flat racing to come as well, all being well. But this is a bit of a National Hunt fortnight now. This the last week just gone, and the after the Dublin Festival. And then hopefully we've got a nice quietish month then to Cheltenham. Well, all our horses just hide in their barns, get fit, and then turn up at Cheltenham. That's the plan anyway. But for now, I'm going to leave this video here. Thank you very much for watching the videos. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. Take care, everybody, and look after yourselves. Goodbye.